The Inbetweeners is one of my favourite comedies. Never before had I seen something so relatable and true to life, whilst also being so wild and funny. So as you can imagine, I was pretty disappointed when I heard there was going to be an American remake. But hey, maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe they'll be able to breathe new life into the— Oh, it sucks. Oh. Yep, the American remake bombed, and the series was cancelled after one season due to low ratings. When you watch the series, you notice that a lot of the jokes are the same. And a lot of the plot points are too. So why didn't people like it? Well, it just wasn't funny. No, but seriously, the real problem is that the series failed to adapt its jokes or even write new ones for an American audience. And the ones it kept, it butchered them really badly. So let's compare the two. This is why the American Inbetweeners failed to adapt. Right from the get-go, I'd like to say the American Inbetweeners has two glaring problems. Number one is the lack of build-up to a joke, and number two is the lack of repercussions or consequences. Take these two very similar scenes. The first one from the UK Inbetweeners, and the second one from the US. Which one is more shocking to you?
Carly! Catch! Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It was nice to be somewhere you could have it by throwing a football.
Now, I'd say the UK one, but why do I say that? Well, frankly, the UK has a lot more build-up leading to the payoff. The UK version takes a lot of time showing people's faces. We see them visibly change as the realisation of what will happen settles in. This shot is also important, as it establishes where the frisbee is heading before it gets there, and gives time for the audience to go, "Oh god no," alongside the characters. Then we also have a good-sized medium shot where we can clearly see the woman's facial expressions. Not to mention plenty of time devoted to showing the shock set in on the people around them. The US version, on the other hand, spends so little time building it up. Will throws the football, it travels through the air, one shot of Simon looking at it, and there was the payoff. I timed it, and the US version spends a measly 3 seconds from when Will throws the football and when it hits the guy with the crutches. Compare that to the UK's build-up, which lasts 9 seconds, 3 times the length. The extra length and shots give a lot more time for the viewer to anticipate the impact when it happens. So, okay, we've shown that the UK version spends a lot more time on build-up, but how about consequences? Well, this scene does that too. In the US version we see a few shocked faces, then the guy starts getting up, seemingly fine, and that's it. Cut to the title card. Whereas the UK version takes it a little further.
Rzucaj sobie tam w kogoś innego! Idiota! Ślepy jesteś? Otwórz oczy!
And a little further.
I'm just gonna get my frisbee.
And a little bit further.
I've got a receipt! I've got a receipt!
Overall, the UK version of the scene is funnier and more shocking, thanks to the longer build-up, than the consequences given afterwards. The US version nearly glosses over the events, and this is a reoccurring problem within the American remake. Like, take this scene, in which Simon gets an erection in public. The UK version takes time to build it up.
Hang on, you haven't actually got a stalk on, have you?
Then there's the payoff.
Simon's got a boner! No, let's have a look! Boner!
And the scene ends before the name-calling has calmed down. The US version, everyone laughs, and then they stop. And the scene carries on, showing that ultimately none of that really affected anything. However, in the UK version, we see the consequences of the event later in the episode.
Boner! 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 Good start.
But hey, it's not just the events, even the dialogue can have way less time devoted to it. Take this line from the UK version for example. Just look at how the delivery makes the line funny.
Come on, Carly. You know why I'm here. And I know why I'm here. And you know why I'm here. Kiss me.
Simon, you know I've got a boyfriend.
How did the US version approach it though?
Come on. You know why I'm here, and I know why I'm here, and you know why I'm here.
The joke is lost. The delivery and confused expression is what made it funny, but here you practically missed the fact that he repeated himself.
You know why I'm here, and I know why I'm here, and you know why I'm here.
So, the UK version takes more time on all its jokes, right? Actually, no. The UK version also knows exactly when to keep a joke short and sweet, whilst at the same time, the American version drags it out.
You fancy 8-year-olds?
No, Neil. Our families are friends. We were both 8.
Yeah, but you still fancied an 8-year-old.
You had a crush on an 8-year-old?
Our families are friends, Neil. We were both 8.
Yeah, but still, you were attracted to an 8-year-old.
Taken a lot of time to say something that isn't funny at all.
Is that your mum? I told her not to come and pick me up. She's fit.
Yeah, I'd fuck her.
Thanks very much.
Dude, is that your mom?
Yes. Told her not to come and pick me up.
She is hot.
Yeah, I'd renub her in a second.
I'm not gonna ask what that means.
A renub is boner backwards. I'd literally renub her so hard that my penis would be pushed back into my body.
The American version was also preceded by this big slow motion shot of Will's mum getting out of the car, and this is another thing that bugs me about the US version. The UK version was filmed in a very gritty and realistic way. The days were often overcast, the camera movements were clearly handheld, and it never strayed too far from showing things as they actually looked. This gave it all a very relatable and true to life feel. The American version dramatizes a lot. Everything is shot at what looks like the magic hour, which is a period of time in day when light is at its softest. This results in a pretty but not very realistic image, and the series is saturated with it. Another thing it does is utilize these different slow motion or cinematic shots to emphasize certain points, but to me it all just results in the product feeling more fake and dramatized. It loses that part of the relatability the UK version had. Also, the music kills me. Nearly every scene in the American Inbetweeners is filled with some sort of obnoxious tune. I am so sick of hearing this song. The UK version had a lot of music too, but it knew when to turn it down. There's plenty of moments from the British version that didn't have any music that were then given music in the American remake.
Oh, Christ.
I don't feel...
However, I'd argue that one of the biggest shortcomings of the American remake are the characters, specifically how they presented Jay and Neil. In the UK Inbetweeners, Jay's character is one who lies and exaggerates a lot.
Actually, it's a well-known fact that the Caravan Club is like a sex club.
I think we've all known someone a little like this character, someone who lies to try and impress.
I'm just really good at shagging now, that's all I'm saying.
And when Jay lies, you really see that he's passionate about what he's saying.
I could drive. I took an army driving course when I was 10.
Bollocks! You still wet the bed when you were 10.
Yeah, I wet your mum's bed with my spunk.
He truly wants to believe that the lie he's telling is true, and he keeps up this charade to even the point of tears.
My cock was too big for her.
The American version sounds like he doesn't care if anyone really believes him, almost like he's throwing it out there, carefree.
So good at sex now.
He's frankly boring to watch.
Because if you tested my piss right now, it'd be like 80% coke.
UK Jay is way over the top, American Jay is just nothing.
So good at sex now. Okay, well, you guys can think what you want, but
You want to try that again? Do you want to reshoot that?
But
In fairness, he gets some good lines, the kind that Jay does when his lies are catching up with him. However, his delivery is just sort of half there.
You wouldn't be able to tell what it was, because they take it from the inside.
However, nothing can excuse Neil.
He's like a miniature grown-up but full size.
What did they do to this character?
Who said you were invited?
Oh man, we have to be invited?
Oh my god.
Neil in the British version was dopey, slow and often unaware of his surroundings. However, he wasn't brain dead. Everyone knows Neil, and honestly he gets some of the best jokes in the series.
Come on, let's go. This place is cursed.
Oh my god, it's haunted.
No, Neil.
Well, it might be. Like one of those ghost stories, you know, like Harry Potter or the Bible.
His voice and absent-minded expression were all believable. This Neil is just horrible. His voice sounds ridiculous.
She's so hot, she could be a prostitute.
And all of his dialogue is awful.
My dad bring me new pants.
Whilst Jay was underplayed, Neil is so overplayed. There's no subtlety to this guy.
My dad is not gay!
Right, my dad's not bent because he's got hundreds of porn mags at home and it's all straight.
All straight?
Some lesbian.
You can't just make a character stupid and expect that to be funny. There needs to be substance. And sadly, this Neil does and says nothing to make him funny or memorable. Now there's one last thing I'd like to mention, and that's the taming of dialogue.
Stop talking bullshit.
Due to stricter rules on what can be said on television, the obviously vulgar tone of the British Inbetweeners had to be toned down, and sadly this greatly affected the overall funniness and effect of certain lines. Compare this scene for example.
Oh, fucking hell, you two shit yourselves.
What?
Wow, you are such a pansy. What?
The UK version is a lot closer to how actual British teenagers speak. I have never heard anyone my age refer to another person as a pansy.
Wow, you are such a pansy.
I'm not usually one to say swear words alone make something funnier, but in my opinion, the British Inbetweeners uses them at just the right moments to create much funnier dialogue.
I'm so sorry that I'm alive and a bender.
Just fuck off!
Sorry, your hands found my neck. Oh, sorry.
Screw you guys!
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just so much more true to life.
Fine, we'll take turns carrying it then.
I'm not carrying it.
Fuck not carrying it, you're paying for it as well, mate.
Me? Why?
Because you ripped it off.
You reversed.
Yeah, but you're the one who ripped it off!
Let's not argue. Let's just get in there.
Honestly, sometimes the USA Inbetweeners feels like I'm watching a pantomime.
You broke it! You reversed! Are you really gonna try to make this my fault?
Are you really gonna not try and make this my fault? Or not? Thought not.
What?
Once again, it feels so much less realistic. People don't talk like that, and maybe if the series went for a completely dramatised tone, then it could have worked. But by going half in, half out, and never risking too much, they ended up with a dull, watered down version of something that was once great. So there are some of the biggest problems with the American remake of The Inbetweeners. The lack of build-up, little to no consequences, over-dramatisation, and lack of subtlety.
My dad is not gay!
Honestly, there's so many more examples I'd love to give, but this video would go on forever if I even tried. Perhaps I'll release a video just comparing some more of the jokes, so leave a comment if you'd like to see that. In the end, however, The American Inbetweeners demonstrates exactly how not to adapt a show for American audiences. With a different set of writers and some different casting, maybe an American version could have worked. But for now, the legacy of the British Inbetweeners will live on. The true, original Inbetweeners. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you thought about it, like in the comments below, and also if you'd like me to do some more on this kind of topic. I'm sorry that this isn't as comedic as my last videos, but this is a topic I've been wanting to visit for some time. If you're expecting more I Hate Everything things, then I'm not sure if I'll do any more of those. I mean, it is kind of, you know, ripping off a really popular guy, and I don't want to become famous just ripping off a guy. But you know what, if people want them enough, and if Alex says it's okay, then I might make another one. In the end though, I hope you enjoyed this video, so I'll see you. Fuck me.